Hello friends, so it finally happened. This is the 100th etymology video that I'm publishing on my channel, and so with this milestone, well, it's time for a celebration. And sorry, not the kind of celebration with loud music and alcohol and strippers and all that fun stuff, but rather an etymological celebration. Well, what exactly is that, you might ask? Well, it's basically as fun as a regular celebration, and it involves delving deep into the origin of the word hundred and seeing if it has any cognates in other languages. Sounds thrilling, I know. So, let's get this party started. Our modern word hundred is Germanic in origin, which makes sense, since English is a Germanic language. It comes directly from the Middle English hundred, and from there, the Old English hundred, which both meant the same thing as the modern word. And so the Old English word's ancestor, the Proto-Germanic hundrade, was actually a compound of two components, hunda and red. And now the meaning of hunda was evident in, for example, Old English, where it was commonly used as a prefix before other numbers. For example, hundtöntig, which meant 10 groups of 10, although hund could also be used as a standalone word. For example, in the 3 Hund and 18 bishops who gathered in Nicaea to discuss the state of Christendom in 325 AD. And the second component of the Proto-Germanic hundrade is believed by most scholars to be derived from a variant of the Proto-Germanic noun rad, that is, reckoning, or number. So then literally, a hundred was an instance of reckoning or counting to 100. And that makes sense, if you remember that, although it's generally considered a quantifier today, hundred was originally a noun, and we can still see that today when we say, for example, hundreds of words. Anyway, another interesting thing about the origin story of hundred is that earlier variations of the word in other languages didn't always amount to 100. For example, in Old Norse, the word hundred, which was a cognate of the Old English word, denoted 120, not 100. In fact, for speakers of Proto-Germanic, hunda could denote either amount, and both the long and short hundred were used as units of measure in many Germanic cultures until a few centuries ago. And only with the eventual emergence of Arabic numerals, which used the base 10 decimal system, did the so-called short hundred, that is 100, prevail, not only in the modern English word, but in hundreds of its cognates in other languages, such as the French cent, the Russian sto, the Lithuanian simts, the Persian sad, the Hindi sao, and the Greek εκατό. So yeah, hundreds of words and 100 reasons to celebrate, and not just in the etymological sense, but also in the sense of having a good old-fashioned shindig. Alright, it's time to party. Thanks for watching.